Cultivation is probably the most mysterious character in the entire Cosmere. And today I'm going to prove to you that she isn't just some background figure. She is the true villain of the Stormlight archive. Let's get into it. To understand Cultivation's plan, we need to go way back on the Cosmere timeline. Her vessel, Corvalium Arbast, was born a dragon more than 10,000 years ago on the planet Yolin. She trained there in the way of godhood, and at some point she fell in love with Tanner, the man who would later become Anna and be known as Tannervest. Then came the event that changed everything, the shattering of Adonalsium. Corvalium and 15 others, or 16 if we count Hoyt, used the Dawn Shards to destroy Adonalsium, the one god of the Cosmere, breaking it into 16 shards. Why? Because she believed that a single god could never truly provide for everyone. Instead, splitting the power among multiple beings should be the answer. From that moment, Corvalium Arbast became a god herself, the vessel of cultivation. But the intent of a shard isn't neutral. It shapes the person who holds it. Arti, once described as the kindest among them, was twisted into destruction by Rune's intent. So what does cultivation mean? It means growth, it means development, and most importantly, it means change. Keep that last one in mind. But what is Cultivation's endgame? Why does she act from the shadows? And how is she responsible for what has happened to Rosha? Let's break down what we know for sure. We know of at least 3 instances at the Night Watcher. First, she gave Teravangian his boon and curse. Then, she erased Daliner's memories, allowing him to resist odium and become a better man. And lastly, she also controlled the movement of Nightblood, leading it from her possession to Nail, then to Death, and ultimately to Teravangian. We know that Nightblood was with the Night Watcher since it was offered to Dalina when he was there. And what happened next? With Teravangian's curse and boon, and Nightblood being at the right time at the right place, Teravangian killed Raze and took up the Shard of Odium. So yes, it's safe to say that Cultivation orchestrated Odium's change in Vessel. But what about Dalina? She didn't just make him a better man, she also actively pushed him toward the spiritual realm and into taking up Anna's power. She even tells him, "You need to take a journey, Dalina Colin. A dangerous one, but the path to defeating Odium is not through your powers alone, it is through understanding." And what word does Anna later need to accept Dalina? Exactly, understanding. Cultivation practically handed Dalina the key to Godhood from the very beginning of Wind and Truth. So now we have a new Odium, Teravangian, and a new honor, Dalina. But why? In Wind and Truth it is heavily implied that Cultivation wanted to escape Rosha. In chapter 120 it is stated by Tannervest, "The power that Raze held loathed being trapped. I knew that the power inside Core felt similarly. It hated stagnancy. Odium was trapped on Rosha. Honor was trapped by his oaths. And Cultivation, she was trapped alongside them. But at the end of Wind and Truth, not anymore. With Dalina breaking Honor's oaths, she is now free to move through the Cosmere. Some claim she fled Rosha. No, she didn't flee. She left. Her plan is fully in motion. So what's next? What is Cultivation's ultimate plan? I believe she wants to create something entirely new. Not just a new world, but an entirely new Cosmere. Think about it. Cultivation's intent is about growth, transformation, and change. She doesn't just want to shape what exists. She wants to replace it. She wants something different, something of her own design. And to achieve that, she needs power beyond the charts. She needs something older than Odium, Anna, and even Cultivation herself. Something that could reshape reality itself. Something that already participated in the creation of one universe. Exactly, the Dawn Shards. But first, some evidence. Here's what Cultivation herself has said. Let us find another world where we can experiment with creations that will be part of us, not remnants of the being we betrayed. She isn't satisfied with the leftovers of Adonalsium's creation. She wants to make something new. And then, even more explicitly, when she talks about the Spren, I love them, she said, but they are so human. Is there a way to create something new? Something not influenced by outside perceptions or thoughts? She doesn't like humans. She doesn't like Rosha, or really any planet in the Cosmere, because they're all remnants of Adenalsium. So what does she do? She frees herself from Rosha and positions herself to find the power to create a new world, like she always wanted to. And as already stated, what is the only thing in the Cosmere capable of creating something on that scale? The Dawn Shards. The most mysterious and powerful forces in the Cosmere, explicitly stated to have been used to shatter Adenalsium and reshape existence itself. We already know that one Dawn Shard is called Change, which exactly matches Cultivation's intent. That one held by Risen, I think, is probably already deep enough in Cultivation's domain. But she just can't take it up. The Dawn Shard exist, for example, prevented Hoyt from doing any real harm. So holding the Dawn Shards too early might be troublesome for Cultivation. I believe that she first wants to find all 4 of them, gather them, maybe use someone like Lift to hold them for her. And when the time comes, a new universe will emerge from 10,000 years of Cultivation's planning. Here is some more evidence. It is oftentimes said that Cultivation acts in secret or in the background. No, what is literally the background and secret to the Stormlight archive? The novellas and the secret projects. First, we got Edge Dancer, a book about Lift, a character deeply connected to Cultivation. And then the second one, exactly, Dawn Shard, a book literally about the most powerful entities in the Cosmere, but which actually didn't have any real relevance yet. Also, the secret project, The Sunlit Man, focuses more on the Dawn Shards. And the promised novella about Rock takes place at the Hornator Peaks, which is known to hold whose perpendicularity? Of course, Cultivation's. So, I truly believe that these books will come to play for Cultivation's big plan. But wait, there's more evidence. Here are some key quotes that reveal Cultivation's true nature. Odium said, "So many gods who are cowards. Because we give people choice? Because you killed your father, and now worry the same will happen to you. Like the warlords here, you consolidate power so that no one can kill you." And this one. Admit it, Cultivation. You let the war proceed for millennia and did not intercede, because conflict doesn't just inflame emotion. It forces growth, your power's intent. And the last argument for Cultivation's true nature, Tarn tried to kill her. That's all the proof I need. If Tarn, the man who single-handedly protected humankind for millennia under torture, wanted to kill Cultivation, then she's definitely up to no good. So, who won the first arc of the Stormlight archive? Not Honor, not Odium, not Delena, Cultivation won. Being free to pursue her plan of collecting the Dawn Shards and creating a new Cosmere. And that sums it up. Now, what do you think? What is Cultivation's true plan? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video and want more of these, please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really does help a lot. Until next time, thanks for watching.